took the results of my hair with, I'm going to post more in depth about it, but this is the last time I'm going to try a Dollar Tree conditioner because I don't know. I just don't think they're all that great. I have another one I bought and I'm going to try that one too. But I don't know. A lot of people were like raving about this Daily Defense Deep Conditioner. And I had tried it a long time ago, I thought, and I thought I really liked it back then. I don't know. I'm just not a fan. Like, I didn't think it was that great. It really reminds me, and this is not a good thing, of the VO5 conditioner, which occasionally I tell myself I'm going to use for like shaving my legs or something, but I wouldn't recommend the VO5 one either. I think I just really liked the Garnier conditioner, but I used it up so quickly that it went bye-bye after like 3 hair washes. So I'm going to wash my hands again. Kind of, I just am doing that again. And even though I've put oil in my hair already, I think I'm going to put a tiny bit more before I do like this. I mean, I could just braid my hair right now, but I just feel like after I wash my hair, due to my texture and it liking to clump together, get a little tangly. I'm done with Dollar Tree conditioners because, friend, I feel like that made my hair tangly, and I'm not a fan of it. I'll do Garnier. I really like Garnier. I just felt like, ooh, that really, like when I used Garnier, I just felt like my hair was so tangle free. And I don't even know if I want to use this other Dollar Tree one. I might try the other one, but I'm hesitant to just because, I don't know, once I try bad conditioner and I have a bad experience, I'm like, I don't really want to try another one. I mean, I did put my leave-in conditioner in like I usually do, but I just feel like I had a better result when I was just using all 3 Garnier ones. Like, I just felt like my result was the best. And I just don't think... Some things at the Dollar Tree are a good deal. But I even talked with my mom about this. I don't think everything there is a good deal because I feel like before they raised their prices and before corporations started inflation, I feel like, yeah, the Dollar Tree had some good deals, but they were never like a mega good deal because you could still go to the grocery store and get more per dollar than at the Dollar Tree because everything was $1. But then they became the $1.25 tree, and now when you're there, they have a lot of other items that are like going up to $5. And then another thing that's just not my favorite thing is they're so crowded now because all the 99-cent stores are gone bye-bye. So all the people that never used to shop there, they're like going to the Dollar Tree. You used to be able to just shop there and it was just so like tranquil, like my one location. There was nobody there. And then like now it's just so busy. Like every time I've gone, it's been really busy, and then their prices aren't that good. And I don't know. So I'm not a fan really lately anymore. Like I went, but I'm like, I'm not gonna try their conditioners anymore. And I even just had tried, VO5 from Walmart too. I think I like Garnier. I just really like Garnier because I know Garnier conditioner is really good. And I'm tempted to try the other conditioner I bought, but I'm still kind of like, oh, I don't know. people that are like, you can't put oil on your hair and brush it through. Lies, lies, lies. Because oil is a natural detangler. Don't listen to them. I know it's popular right now. People are like, oh, you can't brush your hair. No, oil is the detangler. Oil is a detangler. It is. So, I don't listen to Lie Club. Like, oil's great for detangling your hair, especially if you put a little bit of water in. Let's go our own way in hair care. We don't need to follow what all the like trendy people are doing. We're following what we've always done. Like me personally, I'm gonna stop using oil as a detangler. I find it egregious that some people are like, oh, oil, make it where you. No, like a lot of people talk about how they use oil as a detangler, and it's wonderful. Like I do use leave-in conditioner first when my hair is like super wet, but like to finish it up, I'm definitely gonna put some oil in my hair here and there as a detangler. It's kind of helping to bump up my result because, like I said, I wasn't super impressed with that Dollar Tree leave-in conditioner. I'm not going to make a video about it. I thought I would, but I'm just going to show my hair. Oh, really? Can you not spam? Do not spam me because I love a beautiful hair discussion. And you're taking away my good hair discussion, so I had to get rid of that. Don't spam. Don't spam because I do an international audience and they don't want to read your spam in a can. You go spam on a political channel. This is not a political channel, and I'm finding that Americans are too insular, too narrow-minded on our politics. So get that garbage out of my feed. You know? And that's not something I promote. I don't think anybody over 70 should be president. How about that? I think that they need to put an upper age limit on it. It's been a problem for years. So anybody that is that deluded, they're like, oh my gosh, get over yourselves, guys. Really? And I'm over it. You want to politicize? Go do it somewhere else. I'll talk about politics if I want to, but I don't want to right now. And that's just lame. Like, lame. Super lame. Because I'm doing a hair discussion. Don't go putting your... No. This is not a political time. You know? Now I have a new keyword. Like, what? Weird. Come on. Are you a bot? Is this like a Donald Trump bot maybe? Like, or are you just like one of those people that follows him blindly? Or did you vote for him because you saw him in a movie in 1990? No. Come on, guys. I'm just over the divisive, insular American politics anyway. I talk about it sometimes, but I just go to the point I'm like, no. I'm not going to waste my life, like, talking about some over-the-hill politician that shouldn't be running. Because policies are blah, blah, blah. But then again, I'm just like, no. I don't want him in my feed. You want to go talk about him, go talk about him on his page or something. Like, Donald Trump's never done anything for me, and I don't like him. And I'm not even a big fan of Kamala Harris either, so there you go. Stop talking about American politics 24/7. You sound insular. You sound like you don't have an expansive mind. And some Americans, liberal and conservative alike, are like, oh, you have to start at home. And I'm like, you know what's embarrassing for Americans is our healthcare system and our housing prices. And Donald Trump doesn't care about any of that. Like when you go to the ER over here in Loma Linda and you've been sent there, like my poor little niece, because you have a tooth infection. And you were sent there because they're like, oh, well, they have dentists that work at that ER and they can get you an antibiotic. And so you're sent there and you're waiting 3 hours in the ER, which is overcrowded with barely any seating. And then you go and ask a nurse, oh, like, I have a really bad tooth infection. My face is swelling up. Oh, well, there's some people who've been here 12 hours and you've only been here 3 hours. So luckily my sister knew to take her to a different ER that's not like a trauma center one, and she was able to get an antibiotic. But I'm sorry, he doesn't care about the housing crisis. He doesn't care about the health, and I don't know. The last few presidents and people running, they're not anything to write home about. So you guys want to go get jiggy about them, it's ignorant. Plus, why don't you look at what's happening more internationally? We don't want to talk about him, you know? You know, it just looks very, very silly. You know what? Guess what? You've been put in timeout for 30 minutes because I never said I was any of those things. I said that both sides need to stop talking about their politics. First off, this is a beautiful hair discussion, and you decided to bring politics into it. And if I was talking about politics, that would have been okay. And the fact that you decided, and you're a misogynist, like, so. First off, I do pay my bills, and he okay, so we got a misogynist, probably one of those, sounds really lame. Like, I was talking about how people need to be better and do better, and this guy, you know what? It's too bad for you. I don't want to talk about politics on my page anymore. I was just talking about things that, like, I wouldn't be all jiggy about some politician. They're not going to make the world a better place. Plus, sometimes it's better just not to talk about politics. I think life was better when Americans weren't getting all jiggy over their politicians. And, you know, that's nothing about being a feminist. It's about being a person who remembers what it was like in the 80s and 90s before people started getting weird about politics and acting like it was their entire life. Oh, and the name calling thing, it looks really bad. It looks very, very bad. Especially since I do pay my bills. I have my own place, and some little incel guy comes on here and says something naughty. I just put him in timeout though. Like, really? Well, I'm done. I'm done with it. Like, you want to go talk about politics? I don't have any interest in it. But I mean, like, really? It's so silly. Plus, why would you be on a hair talk discussion talking about politics when I didn't bring it up? Like, sometimes I do talk about those topics, but lately I've been trying to get away from it because I'm just like, it's not positive for me. Like I have opinions on those things, like I said, but I don't think either side's anything to write home about. How about that? And I don't think any side of the American political system is going to make the financial situation in America, like, miraculously better, because some of the inflation, my friends, is because since the panini, the corporations have decided that they can make a beautiful profit by raising prices more and more and more. So some of it is it might be like there might be certain fiscal policies that are making things a little bit more difficult for cost of living, but also some of it's just because companies want to make more money and they realize they can do it. But honestly, I don't want to argue with people that make politics their religion. Maybe you should get with God. I think if you believed in God, you wouldn't be like simping for a politician. You know? I've been getting some like more nasty ones lately too, just because. Okay, and I don't know what it's related to. I don't know if it's because I've been live streaming more and like it gets more traffic that I didn't usually get, and it's in a different format. Like when I do the vertical, horizontal, I don't seem to get certain comments, but if you do it in the shorts feed, like you get certain comments like just from people that just aren't your general audience, and I'm like, some of them are just like, really? I'm like, guys, I don't know. But as a general rule, I'm gonna try to talk less about politics like ever. And if I didn't bring it up, don't spam my comment section with it. Like, really, we're not interested. Plus, here's another thing. If you're such a hard-working American citizen, why are you spamming people's feed? Like, why don't you go do all those things that you claim to do? Plus, it just sounds bad. It's angry. Name-calling. Not building people up every day all the way. Like, if you can't do that, then you've lost your humanity. And I'm a humanist, by the way. So, anyway, that's what I think. So learn to build others up every day, all the way. Yeah, I have my views on politics, but my view is I don't think either the Democrat or the Republican candidate are all that great. And people who fight about it to the bits, good, do it. But I don't know. I'm not that interested. Like, we love divide and conquer politics, which is as old as the Roman Empire, and the politicians, they love this stuff. They love keeping us divided. As do, I don't know, the corporate. I just don't, but then at the end of the day, like, there are things in this world that aren't perfect, that aren't ideal, but I kind of want to distance myself from certain things. Like, I don't want to make my entire existence about a politician or about a political ideology or feeling like a group of people are better than me or less than me. I want everybody to feel good. And I want everybody to be treated with kindness, and any kind of name calling or trying to put any kind of put down committee stuff, it's bad. And if you engage in the role of the put down committee, notice how you just don't show up on my comment section, because I'm like, yeah, nobody's that interested in it. They're just not. Plus, I don't think people internationally like want to hear Americans prattle on about their politics, like prattling on. And here's another thing: you came to my, and this is the funny thing about the people that spam the live streams. Like, they go to your live stream and they're complaining about what you're talking about. There's something called swipe away. You know. But they don't swipe away because, oh, that would take away, anyway. I don't have social anxiety. Projection? You have it? Do you have social anxiety? Is that something that you have? Let's not project. Healthy people don't talk about stuff like that. Like, I know some people make their content about that, but I'm here having fun in the sun. So, projection? I don't know. I think that's what it is. I think germ is like, no, it wasn't your intention, but I think maybe you're suffering from social anxiety. I don't know. I think it's a popular topic. Okay, I have opinions about this. I have opinions about this topic. Look, I'm not an extroverted person. I'm an introverted person, but I feel like, okay, yeah, if you're introverted, maybe like some people have social anxiety, but I feel that some of it's a social construct. Like, I kind of view it in the way that my mom taught me about it. She's like, this is the way I see. I think there's some people, like more extroverted, more outgoing people, they want people to kind of feel that. And you don't have to have anxiety about like being social. You just don't have to be social. Like, you might feel some anxiety, but I also think extroverted people probably have anxiety too. And I feel like that some of their extroversion could be a mask, and the way that they act. And then, I don't know, I just think if you're focusing on learning about things in the world, appreciating life, like sharing hair care, a lot of that stuff falls away. And I'm not minimizing like social anxiety. I just think maybe it's talked about too much. Like, to me, when you start viewing the world just as like life is short and I'm gonna live robustly, like the way I wanna live, then maybe anxiety about like what other people think and wanting to fit in is not as important, because I think it's more important to live a good life than to worry about things like that. But that's my take on it, because I don't think it's pertinent to my life. Like, honestly, like if I'm just living my life and living the way I want to live, and I see the world as where life is too short to like worry about always fitting into a certain social construct, I think that takes care of a lot of the so-called social anxiety. Because if we go back to the pandemic, the panini, and we start realizing that when everybody had to stay home, a lot of that social construct of socialization kind of fell away. And now that society is opened back up, yeah, some people really need those, they need that socialization. They need that extroversion to feel like themselves, to feel, I don't know, not validated per se, but just to feel grounded. But I feel like if you're more of an introverted person, I think some people do feel anxiety, but I think a lot of it just falls away when you start living robustly for yourself and realizing life is too short and you're gonna live. My channel is about sharing my hair journey. I think a lot of people just don't know they don't get me. Like, they're not looking deeper into like why I share my content. Like, there are a few people, but they're just very minuscule. Like, I'm kind of searching. Like, I'm searching for the people that get what my content's about. Like, I'm searching. Like, and when they do, I'm like, A+ to you guys. Well, who cares if it limits it? But see, that's the thing. Who cares? Like, why does it matter? I do what I want. I live for myself, you see. Like, I don't live to make other people happy. I don't live to be part of a social construct. So I think once again, you need to maybe look a little bit deeper into like what I'm talking about, because I think you're not completely seeing like my personality and how I'm portraying myself. Like, first off, what I was talking about was how I think yesterday I respect like Islam or forms of like Christianity or even Buddhism that are pro not drinking, not smoking, not doing any substances, because that's my lifestyle. Even though I'm like a Christian that kind of leans into Islam a little bit, but I don't go to church. I don't plan on joining any group really. But those, like, that's, like, I love Khalil Gibran. Like, I'm part Syrian, so that's gonna tinge my worldview a lot. And lately I've been looking into like Rashia, Lebanon, where the Syrians, not Syrians, the Muslims, the Druze, and the Christians all lived in peace and harmony. I'm like, why is that? Because they had a certain worldview. Like, I don't know. Just where they all respected each other. And yeah, I don't know, the Christian people drink wine, but I just love the idea of not drinking and not smoking and being more introverted and following your own path, and it's not limiting at all. But do you know what limits you? Is being too social too, because that's going to be a limitation, because you are too fixated on what other people think, you know? I wish I read Arabic. I need to learn Arabic. That's been my goal, is to actually learn. I only know like 2 or 3 words of Arabic, but it's been my goal to actually learn Arabic, you know? My last name means John in Arabic. But I'm trying to learn things about the Middle East, but it's limited because I don't speak Arabic. But, you know, beautiful culture, so amazing. Fascinated with like Middle Eastern cuisine and like learning more about Amal Shara and Rashia. But yeah, I don't speak Arabic, but I would love to. I would love to be able to speak Arabic. It would be, I tried to learn a few words, but like I said, I'm not really a linguist. But that could be a goal this year. Actually learn Arabic. You know, I want to learn a language that I feel like just is in my heart. I want to learn Arabic. I've been thinking that. I tried a few times, but I need to get a better program for it. Set aside time. But I just learn words here and there. So that's very rewarding to like learn more words in another language. I find it highly rewarding. Mashallah. You know, mashallah. See, once again, you don't get me. You just don't get me. People that do deep dives into my videos, they get me. And it's okay. You just don't get me and you don't understand my worldviews. I have a degree in history, so I've learned about the world in events. I just don't want to live a life like you want. And I think what it is, I think this is the thing with this. I'm not mirroring your worldview, so I think you're having some sort of a crisis right now. Like, you're kind of like, oh my God, she's not following into my box. No, I'm not going to fall into your box. So just listen to what I'm saying, and you'll learn. Actually, I kind of do. because it's a little too hard-edged. Okay, here's the thing. Everything that I talk about on this channel, that's my worldview. My experiences are all about an introverted way of life. And I'm not assuming anything, but you're not deep diving and trying to open your mind to what I'm saying. You see? I'm kind of like strong cookie like that. I don't just bend to like whatever anybody like writes into the text. Like I said, it's gonna be hard for you to find people that don't think exactly like what you're thinking. You're just gonna have to sit here and be a little bit more absorbing of what I'm saying. You know? Like you already kind of made some assumptions about me. And like I said, men have to simp a little bit on my channel. That's just how it is. You have to be a little bit more simpy. You know what? Okay, so we're removing that comment because it's not true. When you're ready to like have a better worldview and not write lies in the comment box, then we'll talk again. But like I said, I don't do that. See, that's put down committee. You did put down committee. And what you said is definitely not true. I'm very open-minded and I know my mind. And Herb, this guy, he just wants me to be in his box. And I'm not in your box. So you can try to be a little bit more simpy. I know you think I'm just going to acquiesce to whatever you want. But what you said was just really out of line. So I just removed it. It's like, it screams that you're disrespectful, rude, don't know like all the beautiful content I've created on my channel. Like, did you come here just to be an a-hole? That's kind of what it screams on your end. That's what I think about you. I think that you're kind of not a good person, honestly. And you're not open-minded because you might be a narcissist. But you were just pretending to be nice up until this point. Steadfast, of course I'm going to have a channel. Somebody like him, he wants to shut people down. He wants to treat people like second-class citizens. You don't do that around here. Like I said, if you're not being a little bit more simpy and open-minded, and you know what? It's a good thing to have a worldview that's kind-hearted and strong and beautiful. And I know about many different things in the world, and it just makes you look kind of like a dodo head. It screams rude, ignorant, immature. Honestly, here's the thing. You don't respect people. Like, you don't respect people that have their own worldviews. You just don't. Like, I feel like you're one of those people that probably, like, have you ever met Muslims? Like, people that have reverted to Islam? Like, I haven't done that personally, but people that honestly are just wanting to have a relationship with God, I feel like you might be an atheist. I don't know. Or somebody like that that thinks you know everything, and you probably deem somebody who believes in God, or somebody who believes in a higher power, or somebody who doesn't believe in drinking and smoking, and who loves to live a very quiet life, somebody who protects their energy, like somebody who loves themselves and loves God and knows who they are. And that doesn't make them a sheltered person, it makes them a person that protects their energy. You see? You didn't think about the other way. You didn't think that there was another way to look at it. And you haven't tried. Like, you haven't tried to see the other side. So, did I go to your channel and be like, you are this and you are that? No, I didn't, did I? So I feel like there's something kind of disconnecting. Like, there's something not right. Something very wrong. And, like, you're just not. And when I say simpy, I said, I do think that there are some people that think that they can tell a woman who she is and what she is. And that's kind of wrong. And it's not maturity. I'm a very mature person. I don't need to put up with that, you know? And it's okay to dislike things. You don't have to like everything. Nobody, like, maybe there's something wrong with you. Like, are you okay that you can't handle somebody not liking socialization and not liking liquor and not liking pot? I mean, does this, like, threaten you somehow? And so you tell them, oh, they're not, like, living a good life, and why are they so steadfast? It reeks immaturity. And I'm older than you, and I'm guessing, I can tell right now. I'm not going to tell you my age, but I'm guessing I'm older than you, and that you're a younger man that probably just hasn't dealt with women who think differently than you. But that's okay. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm 2 years older than you, so, but I feel like there's a little bit of immaturity, underlying immaturity in you. And here's the thing, it's not okay. You need to be, like, open to people living a different way of life. And just because somebody doesn't want to drink and they don't want to smoke and they don't want to socialize, that doesn't mean that they're sheltered. It means that they protect their energy. And a lot of people love that about me, just because you don't love that about me. And here's another thing, I think. This is what I think. I think maybe you don't know how to handle somebody living a different kind of life than you. Somebody being happy with being more introverted. So that's the problem. And it's not a disagreement. Some of it is disrespect, because you can't put people in the box. Like, you just can't do that. So, but that's all. Like, and at the end of the day, I don't really know why. It's kind of like, okay, so I think, honestly, I think somebody like that, I think maybe it is a little bit of disrespect. I don't have to change myself for you. And being steadfast, I'm going to have a channel forever. And I think you kind of think somebody like me should just, like, go away and not have a channel. That's kind of what it looks like. So either learn to appreciate what I'm posting or go off with the other people. Like, there are plenty of people on the YouTubes. I'm not here for you to understand. If you don't get it, you just fly away. That's all. And that's good by me. Well, see, I think that's another problem. I don't think you're truly curious. I think you're disconcerted by someone who doesn't want to live like you. And I don't even know how you live. But some of the comments that you keep making on here, it's just weird because I know a lot of guys, like, I guess I just relate more to the introverted guys, like guys that like kind of agree with me that, you know, drinking's not good and being more introverted is a good thing. And that doesn't make you a sheltered person. Like, I kind of feel like, I don't know what you have shared that makes me enticed to think that you're living some exuberant, exciting life, because I don't really feel that you are. Like, I feel that, I don't know. I think maybe you're lacking something, and maybe that's it. Like, there's something within you that's lacking. I'm from California. See, that's another thing too. I think there's something in you. Like, I don't know, maybe you need to do some deep dives within you. Because I feel good about myself and I'm not sheltered. I protect my energy. And I love who I am. And if you don't see that and you don't shine with it, that's okay. But you know what? I'm going to keep promoting drug-free, alcohol-free, introverted lifestyle and long hair. And I'm not here for you to understand. I'm here for the people who appreciate me. And that's it. Have a good night.